Hey everyone, welcome back. And so over the past few weeks, I've been working on OJMMH. And one thing that came to mind is that starting a consulting business isn't just about getting my first client or just landing clients. Before I can help someone else improve their business, I need to build the system behind mine. So today I want you to come along and see the way I think and exactly what I'm building before I ever take on a client. So let's get started. So I'll be honest with you, this episode was supposed to be done earlier this week, but life happened. Between work, family, and medical appointments, unforeseen situations, and some progress on my service disabled veteran owned small business certificate. I'm pretty excited about that. And honestly, that's exactly what this channel is about. I mean, I'm not documenting a perfect entrepreneur journey. I'm documenting what it actually looks like and what I'm looking to build in a consulting business. You know, whenever I have any time during the day, in the evening time, once I put my kids down, and after a full day of work and family time. But the important part is I'm trying my best to keep moving forward one step at a time. And that's all I can do. And yeah, so let's get going to the next section. So what am I building before my first client? So there's moments where I will sit at my workstation, grab a pen and paper, start jotting things down. And whenever I do get overwhelmed, I try to simplify things. And I'm building something that fits into 3 different areas. So the first one is foundation. So going to my touch screen, you got foundation. So for me, foundation is the first step. You need that. You need to have a solid foundation, because you don't build a house on its roof, it just falls apart. So for me, building the foundation, that's everything people don't really see. So, anything from the business, behind the scenes stuff. So, second is my branding, my brand, and that's my YouTube channel, my LinkedIn, and eventually I'll get to a newsletter and go deep dive and in depth with it. The third thing is consulting. So that's where I build my assessments, my templates, and pretty much the framework, how I would assess and help consult potential clients. So this is pretty much where the things that eventually delivers value to my clients. And looking at this, it's pretty straightforward. It's very simple, and it reminds me that I'm not just building a company, I'm building an operating system for my company, and keeping it simple, and that's how I want it. So next, we're going to talk about my tech stack. So one of the questions I've asked myself is, what tool actually works in my environment? I'm not looking for the best tools. I'm not looking for the crazy advanced tools that cost me $200 a month. No, I want the tools that genuinely helps me deliver better work. And my tech stack, first area is comms. So going into that route, Microsoft 365 is pretty much going to be my communication hub. And from Outlook emails, from file share, just having everything in one. Next is knowledge. I currently use GitHub. So the reason why I use GitHub, it's pretty much for versioning control, and not just for code, but every framework and template I build is versioned, and so I can see what changed and when. Now this is somewhat of what I've gotten going as of right now. And the third was so Claude and Perplexity is kind of what because I'm using AI tools, it doesn't replace experience or judgment. Like they draft and I decide, not the other way around. So they don't decide and I draft. No, I decide and see what they put out, spit out after the research. And so everything I do use, every tool has to earn its place by helping me solve a real client's problem. But yeah, and at the end of everything, so all these leads to client deliverables. So that's the goal. So the thing I want you to know is I don't want this channel to become just a collection of software tutorial. Technology is one part of this consulting, but the first step is understanding the problem. So the thing, if you don't understand your client's problem, then how are you supposed to solve their problem? I can give you AI and it will solve your problem. Clients don't want that. They want to hear, what can you do to solve my current situation? My business is doing this. I'm wasting money here. Once you get your client's business problem, you want to assessment. So how you figure out client's problem, you assess the current state, and from there you can have a better idea on what you need to do. And from here, from assessment, we'll go down a framework. So, and only after that do we choose if something worked, like a technology worked, or build a solution, then we can implement. So from framework, we're going to go into framework 2. So probably after that, once the solution is in place, we start to implement. And yeah, but just like before, picking a technology doesn't mean set it and forget it. No, you need helping your client. So yeah, so that's the way I want to think, and the way I want this channel to grow. So one thing I want to start doing at the end of every episode is sharing where I'm actually at. It's easy to look online and think everyone has everything figured out. I don't. I'm in line and keeping everything simple. So here's what I finished. Here's where still is in progress. So I'll type it out. What I've got done so far, my LLC. It was the first step to, LLC, done. Next, definitely, there's some stuff I need to get done still, but yeah, domain is done. And the next is getting my first content out. It was so hard. I don't know what it was, I don't know what it is, but talking in front of a camera and editing, it's hard. And I don't claim myself as an extrovert at all. But yeah, getting my YouTube video out was great. And with that, with YouTube, my first content and my second content done, and shorts, and my LinkedIn, being active on there. That was a big plus. So yeah, this, and it is my service able veteran owned small business shirt. So that's in progress right now. I've been focusing on that per se to get my first client or work on my clients list, but there's a path that I want to get into. My roadmap is to work with the federal sector and commercial side. So throw in my progress. What do we have for next? So next, yeah, I need to get that done. My website. I have a few Microsoft, and also okay, and after that, consulting. So next, I want to work on my consulting toolkit. So pretty much, I can get it going and start pitching it out. I want to get it out there. I want to get going to some pilot phase and reach out to different clients, different people, see what they've done. First assessment, my first real deployment, deliverable assessment. So that's what I've actually talked to quite a few people, picking their brains, and even throwing some temporary assessment and see how they answer it and if it's getting their feedback. So yeah, so hopefully once I go through all this, I goal is to get my first client. And so yeah, so this is what I want to kind of go over at the end of the day or end of my episode. So if you're building something on your own, whether it's a business, a new career, learning new skills, I hope this reminds you that the work no one sees is often the work that matters the most. So thanks. Next week, I'm going to start turning these ideas into real consultant assets. You know, I'm going to be building the first piece of my consulting toolkit and documenting the process. And I really do appreciate your time. Thanks for following the journey, and I'll see you in the next episode. And yeah, hopefully I get some more work done, get some more free time. But yeah, talk to you later. Bye.